In a shocking new report, fans of TLC's Sister Wives are now learning some of Christine Brown's new husband's family was murdered in a brutal massacre. What details have been made public about this horrific crime? Keep reading for the details. Christine Brown's new husband's family murdered. What happened? It was during Christine and David Woolley's wedding special that fans got their first real look at some of his family. Otherwise, fans only know what has been dug up and made headlines or ended up on Reddit. For example, the tragic death of David's previous wife frequently makes headlines and comes up in various Sister Wives fan groups. During the wedding special, David Woolley shared that he had two sisters who lived in Mexico. Both were in polygamous marriages. In total, David has 7 siblings, including Karen, Shanna, Roy, Tamara, Harold, Christine, and Katricia. His 70-year-old sister Karen was one of her sisters who once lived in Mexico. Presently, she lives in Utah. Sadly, Karen's daughter Donna Ray Langford and Donna's children Rogan and Trevor passed away in November 2019. Karen's daughter, David Woolley's niece, and her grandchildren were among the victims of a brutal massacre that took place in Mexico. In total, there were 3 mothers and 6 children murdered. What happened? All 9 victims were members of the same Mormon community. They were living in Mexico at the time, but they were in 3 different SUVs traveling back to the United States. Sadly, they were attacked. All 9 victims had dual citizenship and were on their way to attend a wedding. According to The Sun, Mexican authorities report the SUVs traveled through an area where rival cartel gangs were having a shootout. The area was a hotspot for an ongoing battle. Sadly, one of the cartel gangs made the mistake of attacking the family as they tried to pass through the area. Donna was 43 at the time of her passing. Furthermore, her children were 11 and 2. The other women were 30 and 29. The children were 12, 11, and 8-month-old twins. Christine Brown's husband's nephew, a hero. Surprisingly, there were survivors of this brutal attack. Christine Brown's new husband, David Woolley's nephew, was hailed as a hero for his actions. After surviving the attack, Devin Langford hid his siblings in some bushes. Then he walked roughly 14 miles to find someone to help them. Speaking to ABC, the children's father, David Langford, said it was a miracle any of his children survived. How many bullet holes were fired into that vehicle at that horrific scene, and how many children were involved? It's amazing. It's beyond amazing that they survived. Have you heard of the brutal massacre in Mexico back in November 2019 that left 3 American mothers and 6 children before now? How do you think Christine and David feel about the details of this horrific story going public? Share your thoughts in the comments. Then bookmark TV shows Ace so you never miss an update on Sister Wives.